Level Up Faith, Christian video game ministry. I play video games for Jesus. Welcome to Level Up Faith, where gaming meets the gospel. Our mission is to create a vibrant community of gamers who share a passion for Christ and a love for video games. We believe that video games can be a powerful tool for spreading the message of Jesus, fostering fellowship, and encouraging spiritual growth. Our vision: connect, bringing together gamers from all walks of life to form a supportive and inclusive community centered around faith. Grow, providing resources, discussions, and events that help members deepen their relationship with God and grow in their faith. Serve, using our gaming skills and platforms to serve others, share the gospel, and make a positive impact in the gaming world. What we offer: weekly game nights. Join us for fun and fellowship as we play popular games together, build friendships, and share our faith. Bible studies. Dive into God's Word with fellow gamers through interactive and engaging Bible study sessions. Prayer support. Receive and offer prayer support within our community, knowing that you are not alone in your journey. Outreach events. Participate in special events and initiatives aimed at reaching out to the broader gaming community with the love of Christ. Whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore enthusiast, Level Up Faith is here to help you level up your faith and your gaming experience. Join us on this exciting adventure as we game for God's glory.
MK Mobile Gaming in the Philippines, coming at you live from the Philippines, Angeles City, Clark City, Balibago, Pampanga, and all the surrounding area. I'm repping the whole neighborhood. What's going on, guys? How's life? We're back at it again with another epic, controversial live stream. All right, let me take the mask off. Guys. All right, there we go. Let's do a sound check real quick. Let's do a sound check before we get into this. All right, sound is working. Good. There's a lot of stuff going on, guys. I've been doing the whole Daystar thing for like 2 weeks, but I think that's dying down now. No one cares about Daystar anymore. Only got like 16 views on my last live stream about Daystar. So the Daystar scandal is dying down. You know, I'm sure the Daystar people are very, very happy about that. I'm sure Jimmy Evans is very happy that Daystar is, we're moving on. The Trump inauguration kind of pushed the Daystar stuff out of the way. And TikTok and everything is blowing up with all this stuff that's about to happen to Western women. All right. They're taking away income tax. They're taking away like the child income tax credit, taking that away. They're taking away Section 8. They're taking away food stamps. They're taking everything away, guys. So these Western women are screwed. And everyone's saying, oh, well, you know, this is just rumors right now. We don't know. There's no fact checking. I don't have to fact check this. Let's start this off with Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, guys. Because that's where we're at right now. That is where we are at. Praise the Lord. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. 7 women will take hold of one man on that day, saying, we will eat our own food and wear our own clothing. Only let your name be given to us to put an end to our disgrace. That's what we're talking about again today. The whole live stream is going to be about the new laws being passed in the West that will only affect single mothers. All right, let's start the live stream off today. Let's try to make this one a short one. Let's see. Where were we? What are we going to talk about for? Oh, and this, I forgot about this too. The immigration. Well, let me just let it play. Let's just share the screen and let it play. Let it speak for itself, guys. Because you guys are going to be upset. Super mad. Let's go. Let's go.
That's a good one. Birthright. That's a big one.
President Donald Trump's executive order says babies born on U.S. soil after February 19th will not automatically become U.S. citizens.
Boom.
If neither parent is a lawful permanent U.S. resident,
Boom.
the child can be deported.
We think we have good grounds.
Opponents disagree and filed multiple lawsuits Tuesday.
No one cares about your lawsuits. No one cares. So there we go. We have that. I forgot all about that. That's about to explode. It's already, actually, Rachel told me about, I didn't even know about that. That's exploding on TikTok right now. Rachel told me about it just right now, like minutes before I went live. I just found out about this new immigration law. And as you can see, this is for real. All right. The other stuff might be still in the works. The other stuff we're going to talk about today, but this is for real because we have the news, mainstream media reporting. They got Trump there signing the documents. Your illegitimate bastard children are no longer going to be American citizens just because they're born on American soil. So there's that. This is Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. We're at the front step. We're knocking on the door of Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. We are about to head into a real Handmaid's Tale dystopian. I've been telling you guys for years and years that this is where it's going because I read the Bible. You don't have to be a prophet. You read the Bible, you watch the news, and you can figure shit out. You can kind of see where it's going. All right, we're about to be in a real Handmaid's Tale dystopian Squid Games future here, guys. This is where we're going. Y'all single mothers are going to be playing Squid Games for real. Y'all watching it on Netflix thinking, oh, this is a good show. Y'all talking about it with your friends. Squid Games is coming for real. All right, so they're getting rid of your immigration. You can't have illegitimate bastard children on American soil and call them American citizens anymore. That's official. Trump is signing documents to make that one official. Let's get into the next one. Section 8 is going away. Let's see if I can find it. Where is it? Let me bring it up for you guys. So we're going to have Section 8 going away. Food stamps is going away. Income tax returns going away. They're taking that away from you guys as well. Well, single mothers. And all of this is to force these women back into the arms of men and get pregnant and boost that population because of population decline and because the government just, either they can't afford it or they don't want, Trump's sick and tired of paying for you, you women. He's sick and tired. Pimp daddy is sick and tired of being your pimp daddy because you women ain't really bringing nothing to the table. All right. Western women are making pimps broke because they're not doing what they need to be doing to make the pimp money. If you're not making your pimp money, you're going to get cut loose. All right. You got a job to do too, women. You're in a contract with your pimp daddy government, but you're not fulfilling your end of the contract. Your end of the contract is to make taxpayers and future soldiers and future men that they can incarcerate. All right. Your end of the bargain, ladies, to get all the free money from the government is that you got to make babies. You got to make future taxpayers. You got to make future homosexuals. You got to make future criminals. You got to make future soldiers. You got to make all these future people to fuel the government, right? To go to work, you got to make the future simps, the future 9-to-5ers, and you women aren't doing it. So you're in breach of contract with your pimp daddy government. So now pimp daddy government saying, hey, look, you're not making me money, so I ain't giving you money. That's how it works. You got to actually make the government money so they can give you free money. But since you're not making the people to pay the taxes that the government needs to give you women the free money fountain is getting cut. It's cut off. Turn it off. Your water got shut off. Your electricity is getting shut off. Your Section 8's getting shut off. Your food stamps getting shut off. And I know oh my God, I got a video about the food stamps. I just did the math on it. This one woman was getting $4,500 a month in food stamps. And I know you guys think that's crazy and I'm exaggerating the numbers. I wish I was. I didn't even know you could get that much money in food stamps. I didn't even know that was possible until I saw the video. All right. Let's get into the Section 8 video. Do we want to get into Section 8? Let me see. Yeah, let's start off with the Section 8. All right, Section 8 is going away, and don't nobody give a damn.
Corn tuna. Favorite po namin itong pampalit sa meat.
Oh,
Kasi
no.
naman,
Hold on.
siksik, sarap, at sulit. Lasap na lasap mo yung tuna sarap. Switch to San Marino corn
Hold on,
tuna.
guys.
Grabe.
Oh,
What a
2
night.
commercials.
I feel so ganda.
Come on,
My
lady.
skin is so fresh.
Olay Retinol 24 Night Serum.
You're killing me,
Renewal for
YouTube.
plump and
YouTube is
smoother
killing
looking
me. Done
skin.
lost my 2
Girl,
viewers.
try Olay.
All right, here we go. This lady's funny.
Hello, everyone.
Hold on.
If you are on Section 8, you are going to be mad at this video. What? But you know what? Sorry for you.
All right, for ya. Don't nobody care.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by to see me today.
Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome.
Ooh, y'all saw that intro. Some of y'all
They're gonna be mad.
basically what I'm trying to say, y'all gonna be mad at some of the videos that I have to show you today. And I'm talking about
Let's
the
get it.
people who's been getting Section 8, mostly their whole entire life.
Dying their whole
Like I keep
entire
saying,
life. They were born in Section 8, and this is why they get it their whole entire life, because they were born in it. Their mothers taught them how to game the system. So when they grow up and become adult women, they get pregnant, they have bastard children, because they know they got to have bastard children to get the Section 8 and the free money from the food stamps and I don't even know what other, the free government, the free college tuition, everything. Free everything. All you got to do is pop out 2 or 3 bastard children, and it's a free ride from there, and they learn it from their mothers. They learn it from their single mothers. This is why they stay on Section 8 their whole life. They go from their Section 8 mother's house into their own Section 8 house. And then the mom gets too old to live by herself, and she has to move in with them. And this is one of the reasons why the mothers actually teach their daughters how to game the system. It's a long-term, kind of like a backup plan so that the mother can then move in, because what happens is the mother's going to age out of the system, right? The kids are going to grow up. Once your kids turn 18, the pimp daddy government says, hey, what are we giving you free money for? Your kids are grown. We're not giving you no more food stamps, no more set. Then once you are incapable of procreating life for the government and feeding the system, the government doesn't give a damn about these women. That's why you're seeing all these elderly women doing all these YouTube videos now talking about they live in their cars because they got put out. Pimp daddy government put them out. You can't make babies for me no more. You are of no value to me. You have no worth to me. You are worthless. This is how the United States government views these women that they claim to worship and, exalt above men. Once you cannot produce future taxpayers, future homosexuals, future men they can incarcerate, future soldiers, future losers, simps who are going to get married into the system and then get, divorced by the system. Once you as a woman can no longer physically do that because you're old, the pimp daddy government views you as worthless, and they will throw you away like a piece of trash because they used you like a dirty rag, and now you're dirty and disgusting and useless to them, and they will throw you away. They're not even going to bother trying to wash you. You ever dirtied something so bad that you threw it away? You didn't even bother trying to wash it? That is what the United States government, that's how they look at elderly women. They dirtied you so bad that they're not even going to bother throwing you in the washing machine. They're going to throw you away and get a new one. You women who love your government, who put your government above your men, who put your government above your God. Your government is your God. That same government, as soon as you're too old to make babies for them, they'll throw you away like a piece of trash. And that is why it's all over YouTube. It's a whole new genre popping up of like these 50, 60-year-old women talking, I'm living in my car. And like they're trying to like make you feel sorry for them because they're old and have to live in their car. No, you did that to yourself. Where the hell are your kids? Where are those bastard children? If your bastard children don't even want to take care of you, if your bastard children don't care that you're living in a car, why should I care that you're living in a car? You clearly did something wrong. All right. If your own children won't take you in, you did something wrong and you deserve to live in that car. All right, let's get into the video. Section 8 going away. We're going to start seeing a lot more homeless women talking about, oh, I live in my car. Help me. Send me some free money, please. Just keeping people. Well, yeah, Trump is the guy to usher in Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. They need someone to blame, you know. They want to do it. The powers that be, they want Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1 to happen. They want a Handmaid's Tale dystopian future. But they can't just come out and do it. You know, they need like a bad guy. So they can say, oh, no, we don't want this. That bad man made us do it. But they really do want it.
Don't want to do better in life. Just want to stay idle and accept government funds all your whole entire life. And then you pass it on down to your children.
Nope.
You pass it
just
on
said
down to them. Because they looking at you and they think that is the best way to live. The best way. Let's get over on the taxpayers. Let's do
it. Yep.
Well, when y'all see these videos, you're going to be pissed off, some of y'all. And some of y'all probably going to say, hell yeah. I agree with every last one of those videos. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's get it.
Let me tell you, I got a new cooking video coming on the channel.
Oh,
it's going to either be today or Tuesday. 30, 40s, and God knows who
living
else
on public housing,
sitting on Section 8. In your 30s and 40s. Listen to this young lady right here because she makes plenty of sense. If I can pull it up. Here we go. Pay close attention to what she says.
I'm paying attention.
I cannot even tell you all the housing authorities that we go to. Y'all need to fast forward your lives. Look outside your neighborhood and look at, God bless them. I love them. God knows I am not making fun of our seniors. Bless them. Bless them, Lord. Bless their whole heart. Okay. But just look. Why most of these projects have older African-American women. Most of them are, we suffering from obesity. Hell, I suffer from it. Okay. And then just like hopeless. They're looking defeated.
No, you don't suffer from obesity. All right. That's not something you suffer from. That's not like a disease. That's something you did to yourself. Okay. That's like a crackhead saying, I suffer from being a crackhead. No, you're doing that to yourself. Okay.
Looking like life done passed them by.
You can stop eating. You can make a conscious decision to have a healthier lifestyle. You can work. Look, if you like eating, because, I like eating. I'm not going to lie. I like eating. But that's one of the motivators for working out is because I enjoy eating. So if you want to eat more, fine, eat more, but exercise more. You got to balance it out. Eat all you want, but balance it out with the exercise. So no, you're not suffering from obesity. All right. You did it to yourself. You're obese. God didn't make you obese. You didn't come out fat. If God wanted people to be fat, you'd be birth, fat ass. I know babies are a little bit chubby, but they grow out of it pretty quick.
You know, like look, fast forward the tape, fast forward it. Y'all know how we do women. We fast forward the daggone film to see how this thing gonna end. Well, look outside your window. The ones that sitting outside, half of them, the ones that ain't got nothing else to do but sit outside all day, that's gonna be you in 10 years.
Dang.
If you do not get on the good foot. Now,
The good
somebody
foot.
gonna be real pissed off at this. And I don't even care. Because I am depressed when I go to these housing authorities. I am utterly depressed.
I'd be depressed too.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, what's happening?
What is?
Get your tail. If you are in
You
your
can't.
30s and your 40s living in public housing, you better be in somebody's FSS program, family self-sufficiency, somebody's ROS program. You need to be in somebody's Department of Labor, Workforce Development, getting a certification, somebody's community college, getting a degree. You need to be looking at Section 3, trying to open up your own business.
Dang.
What you
Look at all these options, all these opportunities that Americans have. Women in America, these women, these single mothers that are on Section 8 have like just, there's things we don't even know about. There's so many options and opportunities that the government provides for these women. That's what I'm saying. Even if you are a simp, even if you are a Captain Save-A-Hole, if you're going to do it in the Philippines, right? Come save a Filipina from a life of, you know, bar girl. Because these girls down here, they might be bar girls, but they don't want to be bar girls, right? This isn't a lifestyle they choose for themselves. It's out of desperateness. It's out of necessity. Like there's no other options. You know what I mean? They don't have the government providing all these, help organizations and self-development and job development and career development programs for them. That's not here. They're hoping, these bar girls here, there are a few bad ones, but the majority of these bar girls here are hoping that the guy they're with that night is going to be the guy that's going to take them out of that bar forever. But these Western women, all the opportunity in the world, career development, job development, they give you clothes. They even have those programs that give you suits to make you look nice for the interviews and everything. What is the excuse? There's no excuse. It's just absolute complete laziness. It's just a willful, I don't want to. I want to be this lazy person sitting on my porch, smoking and drinking. Smoking and drinking an OE. An OE. You ever seen them old ladies at the store buying a 6-pack of OEs, those 16-ounce? That's sad. That's sad. It's sad when you're a woman drinking an OE. It's sad when you're a man drinking an OE, but it's even more sad when you see a woman drinking an OE. It's like, how far down have you sunken that you can't even get a box of wine no more? That you got to buy a 6-pack of 16-ounce OEs, or that one with the blue bull on it. I don't even know what that one's called. What's the one with the blue bull called? You see women buying that malt liquor at the store? That's worse. That's more sad than you seen a man buying malt liquor at the store. You know, like, dang, how far have you fallen? You can't afford wine no more? Or is wine not strong enough for you no more? Have you become so much of an alcoholic that wine doesn't get you drunk no more? That you got to buy, like, some malt liquor, probably mixing it with your wine, drinking. You got a cup of wine and a malt liquor going at the same time. You're taking, you're double fisting it. The lazy won't last in the new world eating all the junk food. Yeah, no. The lazy people will be, they're going to have to stop being lazy, or they're just going to be, removed from society. Nicely removed from society with the martial law, with the guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to slowly be pushing them out. Get back, get back. Get away from the productive, non-lazy people. You're making them uncomfortable. They don't like seeing you homeless, poor women trying to sell your dirty grilled cheese sandwich between your legs. Nobody wants it anyways. They're trying to sell themselves for $2. They're already selling themselves for $5 a month on OF. Can you imagine when they have to do it in real life? And it's all busted up. They're 55 years old. Let's keep going.
What your kids gonna do? You got teenagers running around here in these streets. Come on now, stop. God is not pleased with that. That's
Nope.
not the work of the Lord. It's not. If you're sitting at home and you between 30 and 40,
Mm-hmm.
and your day you sitting on a
And that she said God's not pleased with that. The funny thing about that is a lot of these women go to church. A lot of these women, these single mothers on Section 8, go to church on Sundays just because they're bored and they need something to do until that you can legally buy alcohol. Because, you know, in the West, you can't buy alcohol until 12 o'clock. I think they changed it to 11 or 10. Did they change the alcohol rule? I think it was like they moved it to 10 o'clock now. Yeah. They have a law in America that you can't. Well, it's probably not in every state, but I know for sure in Texas you cannot buy alcohol. And you had to wait till noon on Sundays to buy alcohol. But now I think they changed it to you can buy alcohol at 10 a.m. now. So now they ain't even going to church no more. The only reason they were going to church before, what? You can buy alcohol at what? Anytime? I thought there was a time limit in the Philippines too. There's not? I thought it was as long as the store's open. Yeah, that's like the whole rest of the world. Only the West has these alcohol laws, these time limits on alcohol. And then you can't buy it like after 12 o'clock at night. You can't buy alcohol. That's probably why they had to make those rules, because Americans are more alcoholics than everyone else in the world. So yeah, the only reason these women were going to church before was because you couldn't buy out. They just needed something to do to pass the time till they could go buy their OE and their box of wine. So these women are in church. The church is enabling this behavior as well, by the way, for women. For men, if you're a man and you're just having hard times, you lost your job, like you're legitimately just going through a rough patch, right? You lost your job, you got laid off for whatever reason, you're struggling, you're going to the church, you're going to a pastor, you're the man, and you're saying, Pastor, I'm going through a rough patch. I just need you to pray for me. They don't care. As a man, they're just going, just start looking for a job, start applying for 50 jobs a day until you get one, and just take whatever job comes first, even if it's flipping hamburgers. That's what they tell a man in church. When a man loses his job in church, they tell him to apply for 100 jobs a day. I've heard this, honestly. This is exactly what they tell men in church. When a man is going through a rough patch in life financially and he's lost his job, they tell him, you need to start applying for at least 100 jobs a day. And you need to take the first job you're offered, even if it's flipping hamburgers. But when it comes to a woman going through a financial rough patch, it's all like, oh, well, let's pray for you, sister. And then they'll call all the men. They'll say, hey, sister so-and-so's having some financial difficulties right now. We just want to get the men together to take up a little offering for her. Why does she get an offering? I didn't get an offering when I was jobless. And then all the men start opening their wallets and $20 bills start flying everywhere. And all of a sudden she's up in the front crying with all the money in her hand. Oh, I just want to thank you guys so much. I didn't know what I was going to do. Oh, the Lord came through. And it's a big fiasco for the church. Big show. For some woman who probably got herself fired, who probably got herself in the predicament she's in. It wasn't like unforeseen life events, She probably did it to herself. And you guys are giving money. No one told her to suck it up and go start applying for 100 jobs a day and take the first job that comes, even if it's at McDonald's flipping hamburgers. No one told her to do that.
stoop outside. Get God.
Get God, she said. Get God. 30s and 40s. And 50s too. And probably more than that. Sitting at home doing nothing.
Good God.
Because you're lazy. Basically, that's what it is. You're lazy. Everybody can't find a job. Oh, yes, they can if they want to. Oh,
Yeah,
yes, they can.
you can take that McDonald's job. McDonald's is always hiring somebody to flip hamburgers. Walmart is, especially if you're a woman, especially if you're a minority woman, because they don't even have to pay you. They're getting free labor because of the tax write-off that the company gets for hiring a minority and a woman. They're going to hire you like that. That's free labor for the company. So don't tell me you can't get a job. If I, as a heterosexual white man, can get a job in a country that hates heterosexual white men, you can get a job. You're not even trying. I remember one time I was like looking for a job, and it was Walmart. I got a job at Walmart. I saw the manager. I wasn't even looking. I had some resumes in my car because like the day before I was looking for a job, but that day I wasn't looking for a job. I was just going to Walmart to get some stuff. And I was like in a t-shirt and shorts. I wasn't even dressed for a job, right? And I happened to see some guy outside smoking a cigarette. He looked like the manager. So I don't know. I guess it was the Holy Spirit. Something said to me, go talk to that guy. And I went and talked to him. And I just asked him, I said, hey, are you the manager? Because I've been looking for a job. And I even told him, I said, I wasn't really like prepared. I just thought you looked like the manager. So I thought I'd come over here and talk to you. And he literally said, follow me to the back, to the office, and gave me a job right there on the spot. That's how I got my job at Walmart. I was in a t-shirt and shorts, not even trying. I had to go back to my car to get a resume out. All I did was I saw a guy who looked like the manager, and I just said, hey, I need a job. Are you guys hiring? You look like somebody important who can give me a job. And he did. You're not even trying. But also you don't have the Holy Spirit to lead you to the right people to talk to. That's another thing.
Yeah. That's just an excuse. Everybody that come here talking crap down there in the comment section, it's just going to be excuses that they're going to make for the people, the reason why they should be staying on Section 8.
Damn.
And she says mostly Black women on the Section 8 program. Most of the Blacks, they know, okay? They lying. They know by the percentage. They can pull it up some way, somehow. Okay, they know. Okay, I don't know if this woman works for the government, Section 8. She knows a lot. That's what it seems like to me. But there's a lot of women in their 30s and 40s sitting on their ass, don't want to do nothing with their life, passing it on to their kids. Just sitting there, don't want to do nothing. I'm just going to sit here on my big fat ass. I'm just going to sit here. Ain't nothing wrong with being fat if that's what you want to be. Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Let me pull up the next person.
I just found this lady's channel. I don't know. She's hilarious. Like I literally just found this channel this morning.
Don't be acting stupid down there in that comment section. That's all I'm going to say.
This is one of those old ladies at church. This is an old church lady right here. I'm telling you, especially if you go to a Black church. If you go to a Black church, find some old ladies to sit next to. You're going to be laughing your ass off the whole time. Because there's no church mask for old women at church. Yeah, Walmart food is not it's not healthy.
Keep your comments on.
Well, Walmart also makes a majority of their money from food stamps and these, the people who are on Section 8 food stamps. A majority, like probably most of, this is why they can't cut food stamps, because cutting food stamps actually would destroy the economy. Because you have to remember all of these grocery stores that are employing people are making all their money from the government through the food stamps. right? So if people don't have food stamps, if they don't have like the $4,500 a month to go blow on junk food, then, you know, Walmart starts losing some money, then they got to start making some cuts and people start getting laid off. And it's a whole domino effect that's just going to be like, this is why they can't do it. Like people are like, just cut them off, cut the food stamps now. Like, oh, they can't, they got to do it slow. You know, they got to give it some time for, you know, people to adjust, right? You can't just do it overnight, because if you do it overnight, everybody's getting fired. Walmart's already closing stores, by the way. A lot of these grocery stores are already closing stores down. So you can't just cut the food stamps just automatically like that. It's going to cause too much of a ripple effect through the economy. That's going to be devastating.
The topic only. Now,
but what they are doing, I got the next video we're going to talk about. Yeah. Well, that's just because of e-commerce. I mean, e-commerce is just, it's also because people are, e-commerce has a lot to do with people being lazy. Like, people are so lazy, they don't even want to go to the store no more. That's crazy. Like, there was a time when you used to enjoy going to the store. I mean, I still do. I like going to the store and like touching things that I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy this, right? Because you can't like, I can't really buy clothes online because you don't know, like, is this going to fit right? Then it's a hassle trying to return it. But for the most part, people are super lazy now. We've gotten used to the things just being dropped off at our doorstep. And, you know, we got to pause our video game, go open the door for the Amazon guy and get our stuff, right? Even our food is delivered to us now. So the retail stores, yeah, they have to close down because of e-commerce. That's why all of them have their own little e-commerce kind of thing going on too. That's why they have that pickup. All the stores started that like parking lot pickup thing where you can order online and then you just pull up and they put it in your car for you. They're just trying to compete with e-commerce. And some stores even have their own delivery service now too. They'll deliver it to your house.
the next video I'm pulling up right here now is a young lady. She works for the system. Sorry, I'm just spitting. And what she says is so true. Don't get mad, y'all. Don't get mad, because I know people who on Section 8 sitting up here watching this video
Don't
cringing,
get mad.
probably about to bust a blood vessel in their head. I know they are. They pissed off and mad. But you determine your life. Your destiny is in your hands, no one else, okay? You want to stay poor for the rest of your life? Do you? Do you? Huh? All right, here we go. Listen.
The doorbell rings and happiness arrives.
Oh, no.
I never thought such an inexpensive little thing could make coming home feel so special.
Hello, my Section 8 TikTokers. It's your friendly Section 8 director.
Section 8 TikTokers? What, is there a whole genre on TikTok for Section 8ers? What the hell? She said that like it was normal. Hello, my Section 8 TikTokers. How many fans does she have? Section 8 TikTokers. What the hell? And that's another thing too. They've made it like okay. They've normalized Section 8. There's no like embarrassment about it. Like there used to be a time when you were embarrassed that you were like on the government school lunch program. If you were on this government school lunch program, you used to be embarrassed about that. You used to be like, oh, dang, my friends are going to know that I'm poor and I got to go get the free government lunch. You know, because you see the other kids at the lunch line, they're paying the money for the lunch and you don't have to pay. They're all looking at you like, he's poor. That used to be embarrassing. It's not embarrassing no more. Section 8 apparently is not embarrassing no more. Telling people you're on Section 8, it should still be embarrassing. You should be embarrassed to tell people. that you're on Section 8. But maybe you shouldn't be embarrassed. I don't know. Have you seen these apartments that they live in? They live in some nice apartments. Section 8 apartments are nice. Like if those weren't Section 8 apartments, you would be paying probably $3,500 a month for those apartments. And the government is paying that, by the way. The people living in them are not paying that. The apartment owners are making all the money because they can charge the government whatever they want. You know, they're probably not even worth what they're charging the government.
Director coming to you again for part 2 to talk all things Section 8. In my last video, I touched a little on fraud, and let me just kind of dispel some myths that some people have about fraud.
That's what I was going to say about the food stamps. So they're not getting rid of the food stamps, but what they are doing is they're very, very strictly cracking down on fraud. If you are lying, they are going to get you now. So apparently that's the same thing they're doing with the Section 8. If you're lying, they're going to get, and we know they're all lying. All these single mothers are lying.
Some of you seem to believe that we'll never find out that you are frauding the system, that we won't find out that you went to the next county over, or you went out to Vegas to get married and your husband is living with you. Some of you tend to think that. But let me dispel a myth, and let me just explain to you how we usually find out that all of this is happening. Your mother will call us your father, your sister, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or your next door neighbor. Somebody will get upset with you for whatever reason and will contact our office and run it all down to us. Did you know, regardless of what state you live in, when you use your social security number, it'll pop up on our system? Did you know those same children you have in your household, if you allow somebody to use them in a household way across town or way in another state or way down south, we can find that out too? Now, what usually happens when we find out that you've been frauding the Section 8 program? We want our money back. All of the subsidies that we paid on your behalf that you were not eligible for.
That nice Section 8 apartment that is really worth about $2,400 a month, and you only pay maybe like $200 a month. Oh, you're gonna have to pay all that back.
Because you failed to report all of the household income, we want all of that money back. Simply because we could be servicing a whole lot of other families that are on the waiting list who really need those services and who really need to be supported with the Section 8 program. So because of that, we want all of the money that you were not entitled to. We want all of that money back. So I like to tell my tenant, whether we find out sooner or later, or the longer it takes for us to find out that you're frauding the system, the more monies that you will owe the Section 8 department. And it doesn't matter where you are. If you owe the Section 8 program in one state, you can't go to another state and think you're going to get on another subsidized housing, or whether it's Section 8 or public housing or project-based. Once we put your information in the system and indicate that you owe the housing authority some money, you will not be allowed to lease anywhere in a subsidized unit, a government subsidized unit, until you have resolved any outstanding arrearages that you owe your housing authority.
Got them. They are not playing no more. This is more serious than I thought it was. They are really going after you single mothers. Y'all done. Y'all are done.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Did you hear that, people on Section 8? Did you hear that? And you know you are frauding the government? Did you hear it?
And pretty much all of them are.
Are you afraid? Are you? You got to pay that money back. People sitting on Section 8 frauding the government, they're married, husband moves in, that's fraud. You didn't tell them that.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to have a man on Section 8. That's one of the main rules of Section 8 is that because the government is your husband, by the way. That just proves that the government is the husband of all women in the West. So I always call it Pimp Daddy Gobino. Because why would they even make a rule like that? Why would the government say, okay, you can't have a husband, you can't have a man in your house? If you have a husband, if you have a man, we're not going to give you free money. What if the man lost his job? What if he's in between jobs? It's because the government wants to be the husband of all the women in the West. This is why all these Western marriages, they're not biblical. They're demonic. You are married to the government. You are in a polyamorous marriage. All you Christian men who believe, oh, happy wife, happy life. I'm a real man because I'm married. No, you're not. You're a real cuck because you are married. You have another man in your bed with you, and that is the government. Just because they're not physically in there doesn't make it any less gay. Okay? You are a transgender homosexual Christian man because you are married to your wife. You are the second husband, by the way. You got permission from the first husband, who is the alpha, and you are the beta who gets pegged. But, oh, I'm a real man because I'm married. Okay, well, tell the government that. Tell the government how much of a real man you are. See what they have to say about that. Like, they're going to give a shit. They're going to show you who the real man is. Pimp Daddy Gobino's going to show you who the real man in your marriage is, and it ain't you. It's him. Because they're going to show up at your house with about 40 cops and a SWAT team when you piss them off. When you piss off the first husband, you're going to see real quick. You're going to learn real quick. You're going to show up to your house with 40 cops and a SWAT team, and you're going to be sitting there in your Homer Simpson underwear eating Cheetos, not knowing what the hell just happened because you told her to make you a sandwich and she got mad and called her real husband. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, he told me to make him a sandwich. Yeah, come get his ass. And they will.
That you're married because you know you're going to get cut off. You make somebody mad, real mad, and they go and tell it on you, and they have the evidence too. You're going to have to pay all that money back. Now, I don't know if they put people in jail for that. I have no idea. They want their money back because they want to give it to the people who really need it. The people who really need the Section 8. I would say a lot of seniors need it. A lot of disabled people need it. I think you should only get it for so long, especially if you're young. Stop having all the babies. Keep your legs closed. Do something with your life. Show your kids you can be a productive citizens and you ain't got to depend on nobody. You ain't got to depend on the taxpayers. Nobody. Okay? Here we go. Lord have mercy. She was good. She works for the government. All right.
She works for the government.
What is Section 8 fraud? Let me pull this up.
Dang, we're about to get into it now.
Listen to me, just in case you don't know.
Let's see. Here we go. Let me read it. Lying about income or assets to qualify for more assistance. Well, look, we all lie a little bit when it comes to the government. Don't even pretend like you don't lie. Don't pretend like you just didn't do your taxes and you fudged the numbers a little bit. You know you did. You know you tweaked the numbers a little bit. The government knows you did. They just don't care. As long as they get a little bit of something, they don't care. Let's see. Failing to report changes in your income or household compensation. Subletting the unit to non-authorized individuals. This is when you let your Pookie and Ray Ray come in, stay there. Or just maybe you have some cousins you're renting it out to. Having someone not listed on the lease live in the unit. That's That's the Tyrone. What else? Landlord fraud. Overcharging rent. Okay, that's landlord fraud. Let's see. Misrepresenting income, family compensation, or property details on an application, essentially trying to gain more housing assistance than one is entitled to, whether by the tenant or the landlord. This can involve providing false information, omitting. This is probably a bigger deal than the false information. Is just leaving stuff out, or actively misleading authorities to secure housing assistance.
Don't leave yet, because I got some more videos.
All right, we went down the list.
It's 9:15. How am I already underwater?
I'm in the same boat.
I'm in an actual boat.
I thought Grammarly just...
They have standards.
For some families, right? Section 8 should not be able to be passed down to your kids and they pass it down to their kids.
For sure.
That promotes you staying exactly where you are, because the deterrent is if you make too much, you're going to have to pay this high ass rent that everybody else is paying.
Yeah.
So you need to stay below this level. You need to stay in poverty. You need to not advance so that you can live easy.
Well, I don't think people choose to be impoverished, though.
Not everybody chooses it, but you
Yes,
and I
they
both
do.
know there are a great deal of folks who do.
Absolutely.
And I think that reform is needed because there are too many families who need these resources but can't get them because they make too much or because certain demographics in the household don't allow it, whatever. But you have
like making $1 over the limit, right? Whatever the limit is for Section 8, you might be making, $5 or $10 over the limit. Doesn't make you any less poor, right? You're still poor. You still need assistance. You still need help. But the government says, well, you just don't qualify because you're like 99 cents over the limit. Like that 99 cents isn't really going to make a difference.
people who are openly taking advantage of said system. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with.
I have never met a single Section 8 person who did not want to remain on Section 8. They want to stay poor. There's just some people like the middle class and especially the rich are just disconnected from the mentality of the poor. They want to. All right. When you're working with poor people, when you're working with these people who are on Section 8, you see it at work all the time. They refuse overtime. They refuse any kind of extra work, and they'll tell the boss flat out, I cannot take this overtime because if I do, they're going to cut my Section 8 because then I'm going to be over the limit. So they want to. They are actively trying to not make more money because they make more money from the government than working.
With you, there may be, I can't even say maybe, there are people that abuse that system. But when we look at like percentages, I don't think that's a big enough percentage of us for say, okay, we about to stop these people.
1,000% a big enough percentage. Again, if Section 8 can be passed down generationally, that's an issue. That's where I would start.
Amen. Generationally. Oh, that Section 8 people can buy houses. Now, this is really going to piss you off right here. Listen to what he said. And it's true.
If y'all were not mad before, you're definitely going to be mad now at Section 8 tenants. My Section 8 tenants that were getting free rents for life, the government is now allowing them to buy the rental property that they were living in.
Wow.
And check this out. They don't have to pay a down payment.
Wow.
They don't pay PMI. Their interest rates are between 4 and 5%, and they don't have to have good credit.
Wow.
But wait, it gets even better. For me as a Section 8 investor selling the property and for them as a tenant, the housing authority will allow them to go up to 15% above the asking price. So on a $100,000 property, they can offer up to $115,000 on that unit. So if they're competing against you, the regular middle class, and they have no income, they don't have to. And they can now offer more than you're able to. So they have a much higher buy.
Wow. That's crazy. We got to watch that.
Tell me that don't make you mad.
We got to watch
You
that one
struggling
again.
To buy the rental property that they were living in.
Here, listen to what he said. And it's true.
If y'all were not mad before, you're definitely going to be mad now at Section 8 tenants. My Section 8 tenants that were getting free rents for life, the government is now allowing them to buy the rental property that they were living in. And check this out. They don't have to pay a down payment. They don't pay PMI. Their interest rates are between 4 and 5%, and they don't have to have good credit. But wait, it gets even better. For me as a Section 8 investor selling the property and for them as a tenant, the housing authority will allow them to go up to 15% above the asking price. So on a $100,000 property, they can offer up to $115,000 on that unit. So if they're competing against you, the regular middle class, and they have no income, they don't have to. And they can now offer more than you're able to. So they have a much higher buy.
One more time.
Really gonna piss you off right here. Listen to what he said. And it's true.
If y'all were not mad before, you're definitely going to be mad now at Section 8 tenants. My Section 8 tenants that were getting free rents for life, the government is now allowing them to buy the rental property that they were living in. And check this out. They don't have to pay a down payment. They don't pay PMI. Their interest rates are between 4 and 5%, and they don't have to have good credit. But wait, it gets even better. For me as a Section 8 investor selling the property and for them as a tenant, the housing authority will allow them to go up to 15% above the asking price. So on a $100,000 property, they can offer up to $115,000 on that unit. So if they're competing against you, the regular middle class, and they have no income, they don't have to. And they can now offer more than you're able to. So they have a much higher buy.
Wow.
Tell me that don't make you mad. You struggling. You saving for years and years and years to buy a house. And then here comes somebody who's getting money from the government and they don't have to make a...
It's 1,600 square feet and it's...
Oh, look at this beautiful...
Sitting your ass on Section 8. Look at this.
Look at this beautiful
Hey y'all,
apartment.
welcome back to Luxury Living with Tiana. Today we are touring this beautiful home in Katy, Texas. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
Wow.
It's 1,600 square feet. And it's going for $2,475 right now. And I do work with housing voucher, but you do have to have your driver license, proof of income, and be deposit ready. Deposit is usually equal to 1 month's rent. So if you have your deposit, driver license, and you have your voucher in hand, I can work with you. You can email me or you can text me for more information. I do have houses all over Texas that accept vouchers. I have some in Katy, Humble, Spring, Richmond, anywhere pretty much. I do work with clients that do not have a voucher. So it doesn't matter if you have a voucher or not, I still will be able to work with you. You will need the same thing pretty much, driver license, proof of income, and you will also have to do a background check. Background check is usually $40. So if you're looking to buy or rent with or without a voucher, I could definitely help you in the Texas area. Thank you for watching.
If you're looking to buy or rent with a voucher, I can help you in the Texas area. And I wonder how many other states living on Section 8. They are living better than you.
I told you guys, look at this.
Better.
And those are the houses. The apartment complexes are just like, wow, you would think you're in one of those like gated communities. You think you're in a wealthy community.
Is that okay? Are you okay with that? Is it acceptable? Are you mad? Are you pissed off yet? You're working your fingers to the bones every day. You're doing right by your family. You're going to work. You ambitious. You try to do more and more and more to make sure that your family will be all right.
Let me copy.
But here's somebody living on the government assistance, doing way better than
I might
you,
have to subscribe.
getting food galore.
I'm subscribing to her. Her name is Sandfae Reacts. Sandfae Reacts. All right, you guys can go subscribe to her. I'm going to put the link in the description. And let's do some Bible study. Let's do so. I didn't know this one was going to be that good, so we didn't get a chance to do the other ones. We'll do the other ones tomorrow. Oops. Let's do a quick Bible study. Put some gaming videos on here. put some gaming videos. Let's see. What are we going to put? Strike Force? So they don't know we're talking. Oops. Hold on. What did I do? What did I do? Am I sharing the screen? No, I'm not. There we go. Now I'm sharing. There we go. All right. We got the gaming videos on there. We're doing the Bible study. Where are we in the Bible study? I don't know. We're in Numbers. We're in Numbers. Let me look on my Bible app. Bible. Numbers, we did that one. Oh no. Next one. Numbers 26. We're in Numbers 26. Oh, it's a long one. Oh, it's a really long one. All right, let's see. The second registration of Israel troops. The second registration of Israel's troops. After the plague had ended, the Lord said to Moses and to Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, from the whole community of Israel, record the names of all the warriors by their families, list all of the men 20 years old or older who were able to go to war. So there on the plains of Moab, beside the Jordan River across from Jericho, Moses and Eleazar, the priest, issued these instructions to the leaders of Israel: list all the men of Israel 20 years old or older, just as the Lord commanded Moses. This is the record of all the descendants of Israel who came out of Egypt, the tribe of Reuben. All right, this is a lot of names. We might just have to play this one because I'm not going to get any of these names right.
Chapter 26. The second registration of Israel's troops. After the plague, the Lord said to Moses and to Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, from the whole community of Israel, record the names of all the warriors by their families. List all the men 20 years old or older who are able to go to war. So there on the plains of Moab, beside the Jordan River, across from Jericho, Moses and Eleazar the priest issued these instructions to the leaders of Israel. List all the men of Israel 20 years old and older, just as the Lord commanded Moses. This is the record of all the descendants of Israel who came out of Egypt. The tribe of Reuben. These were the clans descended from the sons of Reuben, Jacob's oldest son. Their ancestor, the Levi clan, named after their ancestor Caleb. The Hebronite clan, named after their ancestor Hezron. The Carmite clan, named after their ancestor Carmine. These were the clans of Reuben. Their registered troops numbered 43,700. Was the father of Nemuel, Dathan, and Abiram. This Dathan and Abiram are the same community leaders who conspired with Korah against Moses and Aaron, rebelling against the Lord. But the earth opened up its mouth and swallowed them with Korah, and fire devoured 250 of their followers, that served as a warning to the entire nation of Israel. However, the sons of Korah did not die that day. The tribe of Simeon. These were the clans descended from the sons of Simeon. The Jemuelite clan, named after their ancestor Jemuel. The Jaminite clan, named after their ancestor Jamin. The Jachinite clan, named after their ancestor Jachin. The Zoharite clan, named after their ancestor Zohar. The Shaulite clan, named after their ancestor Shaul. These were the clans of Simeon. Their registered troops numbered 22,200. The tribe of Gad. These were the clans descended from the sons of Gad. The Zephonite clan, named after their ancestor Zephan. The Haggite clan, named after their ancestor Haggai. The Shunite clan, named after their ancestor Shunai. The Oznite clan, named after their ancestor Ozni. The Arite clan, named after their ancestor subclans descended from the Perizzites. The Hezronites, named after their ancestor Hezron. The Hamalites, named after their ancestor Ham. These were the clans of Judah. Their registered troops numbered 76,500. The tribe of Issachar. These were the clans descended from the sons of Issachar. The Tolahite clan, named after their ancestor Tolah. The Puite clan, named after their ancestor Puah. The Jashubite clan, named after their ancestor Jashub. The Shimronite clan, named after their ancestor Shimron. These were the clans of Issachar. Their registered troops numbered 64,300. The tribe of Zebulun. These were the clans descended from the sons of Zebulun. The Seredite clan, named after their ancestor Sered. The Elonite clan, named after their ancestor Elon. The Jaleelite clan, named after their ancestor Jaleel. These were the clans of Zebulun. Their registered troops numbered 60,500. The tribe of Manasseh. Two clans were descended from Joseph through Manasseh and Ephraim. These were the clans descended from Manasseh. The Machirite clan, named after their ancestor Machir. The Gileadite clan, named after their ancestor Gilead, Machir's son. These were the subclans descended from the Gileadites. The Itzarites, named after their ancestor Izar. The Helakites, named after their ancestor Helak. The Azraelites, named after their ancestor. The Shechemites, named after their ancestor Shechem. The Sheminites, named after their ancestor Shemiah. The Heferites, named after their ancestor. One of Hefer's descendants is Zelophehad, had no sons, but his daughters' names were Ah, Noah, Ogla, Milcah, and Tirzah. These were the clans of Manasseh. Their registered troops numbered 52,700. The tribe of Ephraim. These were the clans descended from the sons of Ephraim. The Shuthelahite clan, named after their ancestor Shuthelah. The Becherite clan, named after their ancestor Becher. The Tahanite clan, named after their ancestor Tahan. This was the subclan descended from the Shuthelahites. The Aaronites, named after their ancestor Aaron. These were the clans of Ephraim. Their registered troops numbered 32,500. These clans of Manasseh and Ephraim were all descendants of Joseph. The tribe of Benjamin. These were the clans descended from the sons of Benjamin. The Belahite clan, named after their ancestor Belah. The Ashbelite clan, named after their ancestor Ashbel. The Ahiramite clan, named after their ancestor Ahiram. The Shuphamite clan, named after their ancestor Shuphan. The Huphamite clan, named after their ancestor Huphan. These were the subclans descended from the Belanites. The Ardites, named after their ancestor Ard. The Naamites, named after their ancestor Naaman. These were the clans of Benjamin. Their registered troops numbered 45,600. The tribe of Dan. These were the clans descended from the sons of Dan. The Shulamite clan, named after their ancestor Shulam. These were the Shulamite clans of Dan. Their registered troops numbered 64,400. The tribe of Asher. These were the clans descended from the sons of Asher. The Imnite clan, named after their ancestor Imnah. The Ishvite clan, named after their ancestor Ishvi. The Berite clan, named after their ancestor Beriah. These were the subclans descended from the Berites. The Heberites, named after their ancestor Heber. The Melchielites, named after their ancestor Melchiel. Asher also had a daughter named Sirah. These were the clans of Asher. Their registered troops numbered 53,400. The tribe of Naphtali. These were the clans descended from the sons of Naphtali. The Jasielite clan, named after their ancestor Jasiel. The Gunite clan, named after their ancestor Guna. The Jezerite clan, named after their ancestor Jezer. The Shilamite clan, named after their ancestor Shilom. These were the clans of Naphtali. Their registered troops numbered 45,400. Results of the registration. In summary, the registered troops of all Israel numbered 601,730. And the Lord said to Moses, divide the land among the tribes, and distribute the grants of land in proportion to the tribes' populations, as indicated by the number of names on the list. give the larger tribes more land and the smaller tribes less land, each group receiving a grant in proportion to the size of its population. But you must assign the land by lot, give land to each ancestral tribe according to the number of names on the list. Each grant of land must be assigned by lot among the larger and smaller tribal groups. The tribe of Levi. This is the record of the Levites who were counted according to their clans. The Gershonite clan, named after their ancestor Gershon. The Kohathite clan, named after their ancestor Kohath. The Merarite clan, named after their ancestor Merari. The Libnites, the Hebronites, the Malites, the Mushites, and the Korahites were all subclans of the Levites. Now Kohath was the ancestor of Amram, and Amram's wife was named Jochebed. She was also a descendant of Levi, born among the Levites in the land of Egypt. Amram and Jochebed became the parents of Aaron, Moses, and their sister Miriam. To Aaron were born Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu died when they burned before the Lord the wrong kind of fire, different than he had commanded. The men from the Levite clans who were 1 month old or older numbered 23,000, but the Levites were not included in the registration of the rest of the people of Israel because they were not given an allotment of land when it was divided among the Israelites. So these are the results of the registration of the people of Israel as conducted by Moses and Eleazar the priest on the plains of Moab beside the Jordan River across from Jericho. Not one person on this list had been among those listed in the previous registration taken by Moses and Aaron in the wilderness of Sinai. For the Lord had said of them, they will all die in the wilderness. Not one of them survived except Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, son of Nun.
All right. That is Numbers. That was number 26. So our next Bible study will be Numbers 27. So I think the only important thing from that from that chapter is the fact that Caleb and Joshua, so God said that that generation was not going to pass into the promised land, so they all had to pass away. And at the end of that chapter, it says that when they did the new census, that none of the people on the new census were the original. No one was from the original census. So every single person from the original census that they had took has passed away, and now there's a new generation of Israelites. This is what God had said was going to happen. They were going to die in the desert because of their, rebellion towards God. And God was going to bring their descendants into the promised land, which is what we're going to see now. When we finish, let's see, how many chapters do we still have in Numbers? Are we almost done with Numbers? Oh, we still have a lot to go in Numbers. Then we have Deuteronomy. Okay. We have about 10 more chapters in Numbers to go. So I think there's going to be some rules and regulations, and then we get into Joshua. And then Joshua is the next leader after Moses, who brings the Israelites into the promised land. That's when things start getting exciting again. So that's where we're at now. God is just clarifying for everybody that what he said he was going to do has in fact been done. All the Israelites have passed away. There's a new generation now, and now that generation can go forward, moving into the promised land, just like God had already said. God's just confirming it. He wants them to take the census to confirm what he said he was going to do. This is why the end of chapter 26, Numbers 26, says no one on that list was the same as the original list. Everyone has passed away. It's an entire new generation of Israelites. So God wants them to take the census just to confirm this. God is saying, I said I'm going to do this. I did it. You guys count everybody, take their names down, compare it to the old census, and you will see that that everyone I said was going to pass away in the desert has passed away. And now we can move on. All right. The punishment has been rendered. Now we can move on. All right, guys. MK Mobile Gaming in the Philippines, signing out.
What the heck? Don't care as long as they go down when I shoot them. That's what I brought this gun for. I don't have no superpowers. I just shoot everything because I'm the Punisher. My superpower is looking scary. I look mean and I talk mean and I got a big gun. Somehow that makes me super. At least Batman is rich. Punisher is not even rich. Hey, what happened to my other guy? Oh my goodness, the Hulk is in here? The Hulk just came, guys. And he's on the bad guy's side. What in the heck, Hulk? Darn! Spider-Man just punked him in the face. Boom. Shot him in the balls. Oh, shot his other ball off. Hit him in the back of the head. Now he's kind of retarded. Oh my goodness. I think we lost the Punisher. Punisher is gone. Did we win? Who in the what? Get back to base. I guess that means we finally need to know. Dang, we lost Punisher. Nope, we only got 1 star. Finally, reinforcements have arrived. Watch out, folks. Whoa, where'd that guy come from? Agent Venom. How is Venom on our side and Hulk is on the bad guy's side? I'm confused. Seems like Venom would have been on the bad guy's side and Hulk would have been on our side.